Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another Neokyo video. In the past I've done a couple shop with me on Neokyo Mercari Japan videos, but unfortunately Neokyo can't buy on Mercari Japan anymore. If you don't know, Mercari Japan is a second-hand marketplace where a lot of people find good deals for photo cards, and Neokyo is a proxy that helps you buy from Japanese websites where otherwise you wouldn't be able to make the purchases. Neokyo was definitely one of the proxies most used on Mercari Japan because they are pretty reliable, even if sometimes it really took them a while to purchase the listing, and because their fees are definitely lower than a lot of other proxies. So unfortunately you can't use them on Mercari Japan anymore, but they do have a collaboration with another second-hand marketplace called Frill or Rakuma, which is associated with Rakuten, and so now they have a bit of a different system, I think, to buy from them, so I'll be testing that today. If you are still interested in buying from Mercari Japan, I would recommend Bai. I have a video on how to purchase from Bai. I will put it in the cards, and I also have a link for 2,000 yen off your first purchase with Bai, and that will be in the description. And I know that there are other proxies that are still able to purchase on Mercari Japan, but I mean, for me, it's only a matter of time before those get shut down as well, because if Neokyo gets shut down, I don't understand why other proxies wouldn't be shut down except for Bai. So I don't know, I'm not too willing to risk starting purchasing from these proxies to then be left with a couple orders in the warehouse and then have to ship it out without getting more things or make it worth the shipping for me. But that's only my personal opinion. I will still put the name of these proxies in my description, but I can't say that I have a personal opinion on them because I haven't tested them myself. But let me just get into this video now that is about Neokyo themselves and this new collaboration. I just have a couple things to say before that still though. The first one is that this is a very new setup that they have, so I think that they're still running stress runs and stuff like that on this new website. But I mean, the website isn't new, but the collaboration is new, and so it has been down for a few days and it just went back up on the 4th of April. So I do know that you might have to be patient or be willing to have a couple hiccups here and there while they test this out, but I still think it's pretty reliable. I've only had one buying request not go through with this new website so far, so I think that's pretty good. But they do have an integrated search bar on the Neokyo homepage where I'm at now, but I will also show you the Rakuma website itself because I do like searching on there better. Personally, I like the layout better, but let me just get into it. So as you can see, I'm on the Neokyo homepage and the integrated search bar is here with all the different shops you can purchase from through Neokyo. So as you can see here, I'm using my Notion page with all of my search terms, and I'm looking for Namjoon's Fortune Box photo card. I got 2 on the way, but I'm missing 1. But here's what the Neokyo page looks like. So I have it sorted by new arrivals here, but you can also pick from price or most likes, and then you can also pick a list viewing, which I personally don't really like, so I'm switching it back right away. And then here on the left you can see all of the different filter tags and parameters that you can use to narrow down your search. And then you can see as well that depending on the currency that you've picked for yourself on your account, they show that for you as well, so you have a better idea of how much it would be for you. So just to compare it, I used the same search term on the Rakuma website itself, and it's just to show you that when you pick newest listings, you don't have a delay between what you can view on the Rakuma website and what you can view on Neokyo. So yeah, that's when I switch it to new listings, and as you can see, it's the same things, and there's no delay. Was with Bai, sometimes it takes like up to more than a day for them to have all of the new listings. But what I also really like on the Rakuma website is picking recommended listings or more relevant listings. It doesn't work super well all the time, but sometimes it is still better than just the newest listings. But here I also selected for on sale only, so I wouldn't see things that are sold out because it just doubles up the number of pages that you have. And sometimes I like to see what's been sold out just to see the price range of things, but here I don't really need it since I've already kind of explored that already. But I am going back to newest listings, and I'm gonna go through all the different pages, see when I find a relevant result for what I'm looking for, and then I'll compare that now to what it's like on Mercari Japan, just to give you an idea of the difference between listings, because there are still more listings on Mercari Japan, so sometimes you don't have as much of a range on Rakuma as of now, because I do think that as Japanese sellers realize international buyers are moving from one website to another, hopefully they'll start listing their stuff on both websites. I think that a lot of sellers already do that, but I think that in the next few months it will definitely increase, and I will be keeping track of like certain numbers to see if that actually happens or not. So here I found a listing for the photo card I was looking for, but honestly I'm not too happy with the price. I think it's a bit expensive, so I am continuing to scroll down. But yeah, as you can see, that was on page 15, so I don't know, I'm not too optimistic about how quickly I'm going to be finding stuff here. I honestly, the budget I have for this photo card is 1,500 yen. I put a buying request for one that was like 1,100. So I've seen a few at 1,200, but now I feel like they've gone up in price, and I'm not too happy about that. But we will see. And this is where I realized I was on the last page, unfortunately. I'll use this listing though to show you something really cool, and it's these two little tags at the top here. I will translate the page for you right now so you can see, but basically the orange one says that it is shipping included, and then the gray one says immediate purchase possible, which we love this because it also means that Neokyo knows that the purchase can go through immediately and they won't lose time having to comment on it. So yeah, this is what the page looks like in general. You can see the shop, you can view the ratings, you can see the comments at the bottom, and all in all, I feel like it's a pretty okay layout, and I feel like the search layout itself looks like the previous version of Mercari Japan. And then I also tried just typing in BTS Fortune Box in Rakuma to see if it yielded any new listings for the Namjoon PC, but it didn't, so I went back to the Neokyo website itself. So there is a cool feature on the Neokyo website itself where you can translate your search terms. So as you can see, I just put in BTS Fortune Box just to see if it would give me something different once I translated the search terms. Unfortunately, that didn't really yield any good results, so I decided to just go on Mercari Japan itself just to show you the difference in the number of listings. So I used the same search term, Namjoon in Japanese, with Fortune Box, and then I picked newest listings. As you can see in the recommended listings, we already have a better result, but in the newest listings, there were several listings for the Namjoon PC on just the first page itself, which, we only had like 2 or 3 listings overall on Rakuma. So I don't know, it shows you that there's still a difference between the two websites. I mean, the prices aren't that great on Mercari Japan, but the listings are available. So I do think that it's something you should take into account. If you're not finding something on Rakuma, maybe it will be available on Mercari Japan. So because I did want to show you how to place a buying request through the Neokyo website itself with Rakuma, I decided to search for the permission to dance mini photo cards, the second set, because that is like something that is easily available and you can easily purchase, and I also really do need it and it's cheap, so I decided to jump on it. So here's the first listing I saw. So I'm just checking the condition, with the zoom tool on Neokyo, which I really like actually, because sometimes on the websites themselves you can't really zoom in into the picture, so I really do appreciate that. Just looking at the shop itself, and this is what everything looks like. It says including shipping, and then you have the product description that you can translate directly on Neokyo. And I would recommend always reading the description of the items just to make sure it's official, as well as looking thoroughly at the pictures and everything. And I would also recommend going on a seller's page. So that's the thing with Neokyo, you can't really see the seller's page on the Neokyo website. You have to go on the Rakuma website, but I think it's really cool because you can see the ratings, obviously, so that's what I am going to look at. And when I translate the page as well, you can read the bio of the shop's description, and that's always important because sometimes people will say that they don't sell official things, but they don't say it in their post and they say it in their profile. So always make sure and always be careful. So this is just like my routine check. I just take my time looking at the profile and deciding what I want. But yeah, so I knew that this was including shipping, but on the Neokyo page you can't see if it's available for immediate purchase. So I went on the original page and it wasn't. So I decided to go and scroll a little bit more just to find a listing that would be available for immediate purchase. And yeah, just opening a few things just to have options and see what's available, just like looking at everything. Sometimes you can't really see very well the color of the products because the sellers will use really weird filters when they take pictures. So I don't know, you just kind of compare what the cropping of the picture and stuff like that. And usually with stuff that's recent like that for mini photo cards, it's kind of okay. So yeah, I'm willing to go through with the buying request. So here, as you can see, you can't change the item name. You used to be able to do that with Mercari Japan, but you can't do it on Rakuma. But it does show you the overview of the buying request with the Neokyo fees and everything, the marketplace you bought from and everything. And once you do confirm, you've placed the buying request. And now you just have to wait until Neokyo tells you that it's ready so you can pay for it. So it did take a little bit for me to get the notification that I could pay for my orders. I would say about 10 minutes, but if I go now into orders pending payment, I'll be able to see my buy request and pay for it. I did it with money I already had in my wallet, but I will go through the new wallet page because it has changed a little bit, so I think it's important to go over that. And here you can see the time I paid for my order, and you can also have the invoice details. But if I go in my orders page, I can see that it is now processing merchant payment. And because it was an immediate purchase thing, I just checked the timestamps just to see how long it would actually take Neokyo to buy this. And then I refreshed the page when I got the email, and as you can see, now I was awaiting delivery to warehouse, and it really didn't take that long at all. I then cut about 40 minutes of me trying to find some 17 or TXT listings that I could use to show you the second way to place a buying request, which is the quote-unquote like normal way through the Neokyo website, but where you just put in the link and everything. But yeah, I could not for the life of me find what I was looking for, and not even like any sold out listings or anything. So I had to go back to some Lamjo listings and the For You PC. This isn't like the best listing I've ever seen, so I'm not actually sure if I'll go through with the purchase or not, but it was just for the sake of the video and to go on the buy request page. But yeah, it was kind of a flop for the searches that I was looking for, and I think it shows that there's way more range on Mercari Japan compared to Rakuma, but that's okay, it is what it is. And I still think that Rakuma has like a lot of stuff, and that is still like better than Instagram in a lot of ways, and still has way better prices. And I think it will just be a matter of having more patience on there than on Mercari Japan, and sometimes maybe using Mercari Japan as a second option for some photo cards are maybe not necessarily more rare, but a little bit more difficult to acquire. But yeah, it was for sure a very enlightening process. But yeah, so let me go through the buying process right here. So I go in buy request on Neokyo, and then same as how it used to be on Mercari Japan, you can put the item name, except that it will not show the item name that you've written down, but whatever the name is on the website, so in Japanese, right? So I put in the link, and then I double checked the price and wrote that down, and then yeah, just place the request. And you can't place the request for any partial sets or anything like that. And as you can see, it is now processing, and we're waiting validation. But yeah, that's about it. You can see what I have in storage right now are the other two fortune box for the cards and nothing else. I will be opening a reporter for this, hopefully, and hopefully the buy requests for Rakuma do not shut down. Alright, so this is the new look of the wallet page, where you can drop money into your Neokyo account for your purchases on Rakuma and other websites. So here you can see the funds you have in your wallet and in your auction deposit. The auction deposit is if you buy from auction websites like Yahoo Auction Japan. And Yahoo Japan Auction has a bit of a different system than if you buy from non-auction websites through Neokyo, where you need to transfer your money between your wallet to your auction deposit, and you need money in your auction deposit to be able to bid or buy listings on Yahoo Auctions, even if you taking the buyout price option. And basically you need to have your deposit, and then you can bid up until 1.5 times your auction deposit. So for example, if you have 1,000 yen in your auction deposit, you can bid up until 1,500 yen. So I personally don't buy from Yahoo Auction Japan because I don't feel like it has like the best deals, but I mean, sometimes there are, but I don't know. I'm always scared of auctions, so I never do them. But if you do try that out, Neokyo does have a separate system for it. That isn't the same as for Rakuma, for example, or how it used to be for Mercari Japan. So here you can see all of the different actions that you can do, add funds to wallet, see all of your transfer history. I'm not going to show mine. And you also have options for refunds. So if you've got money in your wallet and you want it back in your PayPal account, you can do that. I've only done it once because honestly, I just use a lot of my money, but it's an option. So here is how to add funds to your wallet. So here you can change the amount. So, I mean, the amount that they have as default is 1,000 yen, but for the sake of this example, I put 5,000 yen. Then you click next, and then you have the different options. You have PayPal. The first button is also PayPal. I don't know why it's not looking right. Or you can also use Stripe. I've only used Stripe a couple times, and honestly, it ends up having more fees. But yeah, then you can just add funds to your wallet or change the funds that you want to put in, and it's super easy, just a couple steps. And then yeah, here you have the wallet auction deposit operations. So if you want to transfer money from your wallet to your auction deposit or back from your auction deposit to your wallet, and there are no fees for that. I also wanted to talk about when immediate purchase isn't possible on a listing and Neokyo has to comment on the post. So you have to just scroll down to the bottom of the listing to see the comments, and as you can see here, Neokyo commented at 11:04 Japanese time, and the sellers answered like a little bit afterwards, and I had placed my order at 11 p.m. Japanese time of that same day, so it only took a few minutes for Neokyo to post that comment, and then it took until the next day for the purchase to be validated. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit faster than it used to be on Mercari Japan, because now I think they have this official account, and I think that once they have all of the stress tests go through, it will be so much easier and so much better, because you know, they won't have their accounts taken down. So I would say that the closing statement of this video is that while Rakuma does not have the same range as Mercari Japan, I do think it will evolve in the next few months. I will try to keep track of numbers and see if they fluctuate a lot or not in the next, I don't know, 6 months maybe. And I would say that once Neokyo works out all the kinks and run the stress tests for Rakuma and this new collaboration, they will have a way more effective system that they used to have with Mercari Japan. So I think it's still really worth it. And, you know, I think that they're still such a reliable proxy, and their fees are very reasonable, and I know that I've never had any issues with them. Right now, I'm a little bit more reticent buying from Japan because of some shipping issues, and now only FedEx and DHL ship to Europe. You can't use Japan Post anymore or EMS. I think that EMS is still available to the United States, but it is experiences a lot of delays. Obviously, you know, the world is going through a lot still right now, so I'm sure that the situation will evolve with time. But I am going to be opening a group order for Neokyo and Rakuma, so if you want to save a little bit of money on shipping and customs, you don't have to be located in Europe, but even if you are worldwide, I will post the link to my Instagram account in the description, as I always do, and look out for a group order post in the next few days. But I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. And thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you again very soon with a collective haul and I don't know, maybe some setup videos for upcoming comebacks, 17, TXT, hopefully BTS very soon. But thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye!